A smart whale investor is up 7.3 million in altcoins, a new crypto AI product is launching, and KybersSwap launches a new trading campaign in the spirit of the AI industry. This is your Altcoin Buzz news. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Cody Buffington. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when we drop our latest content. Follow us on Twitter at Altcoin Buzz IO, and as always, this is not financial advice, and we wish you the best of luck in your crypto ventures. Bitcoin is up 10% in 24 hours, rallying from 27,200 all the way to 30,000 this morning. The price rose as fears were sparked of another possible imminent bank failure as the First Republic Bank's shares closed down more than 50% on April 25th. The price of Bitcoin rallied immediately following Fox News business reporter Charles Gasparino breaking the news that bankers working with the First Republic Bank expect the institution to go into government receivership. Receivership is a tactic allowing creditors to receive funds that are experiencing a potential default and assist troubled firms in avoiding bankruptcy. Data from crypto analytics firm Sentiment suggests the correlation between Bitcoin and the S&P 500 may be dwindling as the narrative that Bitcoin is a safe haven amid the banking crisis began to once again gather steam. First Republic Bank began experiencing issues in early March, which led to 11 of the largest banking institutions in the United States, including JP Morgan and Bank of America, to deposit $30 billion at the troubled bank. On March 26, Bloomberg reported that U.S. authorities were looking at creating an emergency lending facility to assist the bank in shoring up the structural challenges with its balance sheet. According to anonymous sources at the time, despite First Republic staring down the barrel of liquidity concerns, U.S. officials declared the bank's deposits were stabilizing and it was not at risk of experiencing the kind of sudden, severe run that led regulators to close down the Silicon Valley Bank. Unfortunately, these reassurances have been proven incorrect. On Monday, April 23rd, First Republic reported in its first quarter earnings calls that total deposits had plummeted by more than $100 billion and it would be pursuing a strategic options to strengthen its financial standing as quickly as possible. While the bank is yet to clarify exactly what these strategic options are, the earnings report highlighted that the embattled firm plans to downsize its balance sheet and cut expenses by slashing executive salaries, slimming down on office leases, and laying off an expected 20 to 25% of its employees in Q2. The banking crisis has taken a heavy toll on financial institutions in the U.S. over the course of the year. On March 8th, Silvergate Bank announced that it would be closing its doors after experiencing a run on deposits. 2 days later, Silicon Valley Bank was shut down by the California Department of Financial Protection. Last week, the price of Bitcoin reached an all-time high in Argentine pesos following persistent inflation in Argentina. On April 18th, the Bitcoin to ARS exchange rate crossed over 6.59 million ARS according to the aggregated price data tracked by Google Finance. Since the peak, the rate has corrected to around 6 million ARS, down 9%, but still up more than 100% year-to-date. Bitcoin's growth in the Argentine markets coincides with a continuous ARS devaluation. FEMA, a United States-based consultancy firm, noted that the Argentine central bank's reserves have dropped by half to an estimated 1.3 billion since 2019. That has raised the risks of further peso devaluation, which has crashed nearly 99% from the currency's crisis peak of 330 ARS in 2019. That has led locals to seek haven in the dollar, which has become scarce due to rising demand in the country. At the same time, Bitcoin and similar cryptocurrencies operating outside the government and central bank's purview are increasingly emerging as alternatives. For example, data shows that Bitcoin peer-to-peer weekly volume in Argentina reached a record high of nearly $30 million in March on the Paxful exchange. Michael Saylor tweeted yesterday that inflation in Argentina is now 7.58% per day, and if you live in Argentina right now, you need Bitcoin. Binance US has backed out of its agreement to purchase $1 billion of bankrupt crypto exchange Voyager Digital's assets. It laid the blame for the move on the hostile and uncertain regulatory climate in the United States. Voyager Digital, the Voyager Official Committee of Unsecured Creditors, and the U.S. government reached an agreement on April 19th for the purchase to go through. The deal had been blocked on March 28th by an emergency stay granted by a judge while the U.S. Department of Justice approved Voyager's bankruptcy plan. For its part, Binance US stated that it had decided to exercise its right to terminate the asset purchase agreement. While our hope throughout this process was to help Voyager customers access their crypto in kind, the hostile and uncertain regulatory climate in the United States has introduced an unpredictable operating environment impacting the entire American business community. It's unclear what prompted Binance US's change of heart, as it was clearly already familiar with the US regulatory environment. Some in the crypto Twitter community reacted with some sympathy for Binance US, saying, "I'm surprised Binance lasted as long as it did. I would have bailed a long time ago with all the harassment from the government." Voyager and the creditors committee both said they would now work on the toggle option of distributing cash and crypto to customers directly via the Voyager platform. At the same time, the Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire says that the cryptocurrency crackdown by the United States regulators has been a major factor behind the declining market cap of its stablecoin USDC. The Circle CEO's comments on the US crackdown come amid heavy regulatory scrutiny following the collapse of the FTX exchange, a banking crisis, and USDC's momentary depegging. During an interview with Bloomberg TV, LAR noted that there is a huge amount of concern globally about the US banking system and the regulatory environment in the US. USDC depegging in March was a direct result of the US banking crisis. Circle's $3.3 billion worth of USDC reserves were stuck in the Silicon Valley Bank, which was one of the 3 crypto-friendly banks shut down by regulators. USDC once had a market cap of $56 billion at the peak and was sitting right behind Tether-issued USDT. However, since the banking crisis and USDC's depeg, the stablecoin's market cap has been cut nearly in half, currently sitting at $30 billion. Coinbase had also warned that the lack of regulatory clarity may force crypto companies to look for opportunities overseas. With the recent passing of the Markets in Crypto Assets Act by the European Parliament and the push for adoption by Hong Kong, the Circle CEO believes the US will be left behind. Amazon Web Services, the cloud computing subsidiary of the e-commerce giant Amazon, on Wednesday announced a partnership with Cronos, deepening its roots in the crypto space. Amazon keeps expanding its presence in crypto, blockchain, Web3, and NFT areas, considering major advancements in the future. Traders immediately reacted to the announcement, with Cronos' Crow price skyrocketing 8% in just an hour. Cronos, in a tweet on April 26, revealed a partnership with Amazon Web Services to support the growth of Web3 startups through the Cronos Accelerator program. AWS will work with Cronos Labs to support the Web3 startups to scale and grow through the Accelerator program to develop DeFi, GameFi, SocialFi, and infrastructure applications. The partnership aims to boost blockchain technologies adoption and integration in Web3, providing startups with access to AWS resources and Cronos Labs' expertise in blockchain development. Solana users will soon be able to interact with the network through an open-source plugin enabled on OpenAI's artificial intelligence chatbot ChatGPT. The plugin will allow ChatGPT to check wallet balances, transfer Solana native tokens, and purchase NFTs when OpenAI makes plugins available, according to an April 25th tweet by Solana Labs, the development firm behind the Solana blockchain. The screenshot shared by Solana Labs shows that ChatGPT can retrieve a list of NFTs owned by a particular Solana address, which shares an attached metadata linked to the NFT, presumably sourced from Solana Labs' Block Explorer. The new ChatGPT plugin works by retrieving information from online sources and interacting with third-party websites to respond to commands requested by the user. It appears as though Solana Labs is now placing more focus on AI, having also announced on April 25th that it would provide $1 million in funding towards projects that build AI tools on Solana. As Bitcoin rallies 10% in the last 24 hours, alts have also had a massive gain. Look on Chain shares data from a smart money whale earlier last week saying the whale bought 1.49 million ARB with 1,057 ETH or $2.24 million today, with an average buying price of $1.50. This whale is well worth keeping an eye on. He traded a total of 23 tokens, of which 15 tokens are profitable with a win rate of 65%. The total profit exceeds $7.3 million. Whales like this are a good way to keep up with where the market may be headed, as they typically have information before most. The smart money whale started buying Matic on July 5th, 2022, when the price of Matic was only 50 cents. He bought a total of 15.73 million Matic at an average price of 64 cents and sold at an average price of 84 cents with a profit exceeding $3 million. Our partners at Seedify are launching a new IDO this April 28th for Shockwaves AI. Shockwaves is an online first-person shooter where music and AIs are an integral part of the gaming experience. In Shockwaves, teams compete to destroy the opposing team's base. The winning team will receive higher rewards than their opponents, and the rewards will take into account different factors such as the kill-to-death ratio and the number of kills. AIs are essential in any game for testing, addressing fluctuations in the player base, and enhancing the overall player experience. The Shockwave AI NFTs can be controlled by their owner when he plays, or the AIs can play by themselves and they have their own personalities, backgrounds, and skills at playing that evolve as they play. As we know, the AI narrative is very hot right now, and this is primed to do well with the AI NFT's initial market cap of $50K and the project being incubated by Seedify. Check out the Shockwaves IDO on Seedify this Friday with a link to Seedify down below. In the spirit of celebrating the AI industry, our partners at KybersSwap are delighted to unveil an exclusive trading contest featuring ChainGPT's token CGPT. Based on the BNB chain, ChainGPT is an advanced AI model explicitly designed for blockchain technology and crypto-related topics, which can help users to quickly obtain whatever knowledge and information they require. ChainGPT is backed by the CGPT utility token, which is required to access various AI tools and products powered by the ChainGPT. As part of the competition, 60 winners will share a prize pool of $5,000 in the CGPT rewards, and each wallet that trades at least $50 in total trading volume will be eligible for a share of the rewards pool. The more you trade, the more you can earn. The contest will run from April 21st to May 4th, and for a chance to share a prize pool of $5,000 in the CGPT rewards with KybersSwap, check out the KybersSwap and CGPT trading campaign for more details with the link in the description below. That's it for Altcoin Buzz News Update. I'm your host, Cody Buffington. Thanks for watching.